I learned that the whole shampoo and conditioning process is truly how you hydrate your hair. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna give you guys some of my hair growth tips today. In June 2023, this is my hair, shoulder length. I was looking back at these pictures and I was like, oh my gosh, I had a bob. But since then, I decided I kind of want to grow my hair back out. I want the length, that mermaid vibe. So I've been focusing on hair growth for the past year and a half. I want to share everything I did with you guys and let you know it takes patience, but there are some things that you can do. And this is exactly what I've done and what's worked for me. So hopefully you can have a few takeaways and get into your hair growth era. Okay, so tip number one, when people ask me, like, oh, how do you get your hair so long, and I tell them this, they're like, be for real, but I swear, I didn't start seeing growth and overall hair health the way I did until I started getting my regular hair trims. It sounds so counterintuitive, but literally getting your quarterly hair trims every 3 months is ideal. It's like general rule of thumb. A lot of hair specialists say the same thing. It doesn't matter if your hair is curly, straight, whatever. Over time, like your ends just get dead and it just weighs your hair down, causes more breakage, and then your hair is not only having trouble growing, but also maintaining the length and not breaking off. So regular hair trims, I swear that has been the biggest game changer in my hair growing. Overall, your hair looks healthier. For me personally, my curls bounce better. My hair looks more full. It looks shiny. I don't have dry dead ends. I just got a trim not too long ago and my hair looks really good. If I had filmed this video last month before my trim, the curls were not curling. Tip number two, I really rarely put heat on my hair, and it's not necessarily that heat is going to stop your hair from growing. The thing is, and what I've noticed is anyone I know, whether their hair is curly or straight, if they're repeatedly putting heat on their hair, especially curly wavy girls, if you're doing flat iron blowouts all the time regularly, the curls just never look the same, lose their curl pattern. When it comes to hair growth, yes, I want to grow my hair, but I also want it to look healthy. I also want my curls to have maximum spiral or wave. So playing around with heat too much, you're not gonna have the same curl pattern as you do if you don't use heat as often. So it's not necessarily the heat is gonna stop your hair from growing. Your hair can still grow as long as you're protecting it properly, but it's gonna grow and you're not gonna have maybe your preferred curl pattern. And if that's a trade-off you're willing to make, then that's also okay too. But if you're trying to grow your hair and still maintain your healthy curly hair pattern, I would say very much minimize heat. I usually put heat on my hair maybe once or twice a year. Do definitely look at frequency of which you're using that heat and maybe reevaluate and try cutting back a little bit if you think there's room for that. I know people who have they've taken a step back from heat and their curl patterns and their waves came back. So it's definitely a thing. All right, now for my next tip, healthy hair that's gonna grow, you need to have a healthy scalp. How can your hair possibly grow and be in its best optimal health if your scalp is not healthy, it's not clean? You need a really good environment for that hair to thrive and grow. So I make sure I'm washing my hair maximum every 7 days, but because I do a lot of workouts and sweaty workouts like hot yoga, spin class, I sweat a lot in those classes, I really like to keep it at every 5 days. It is tedious to do it every week, but it is necessary. Because we're curly girls, we get away with it. We don't have to, compared to girls with straight hair or maybe wavy hair, like the oils don't come out the scalp and down the hair as quickly. But at the end of the day, those oils are still there. The product buildup is still there and it's still happening. And refreshes don't count. Wetting the hair midweek, that doesn't count. It has to be a shampoo in the scalp. Now, my next tip, kind of jumping off of healthy scalp, I would also recommend double shampooing. So part of me is like, oh, this is such a basic tip. Everyone knows this. But there was a point where I didn't know this. So I'm going to mention it. If you already do that and you're like, girl, give me some real tips, you can just fast forward. But if you haven't thought about this or haven't heard about this is such a game changer. So you remember those Garnier commercials? We see those, usually women just like shampooing their hair and they have that lather, that thick soap, that foam. That is what you want to aim for. That is how you get that scalp clean, like the bubbles are forming. We need that scrub. And what I noticed was I would use shampoo sometimes, and I don't know if because there's too much oil buildup, too much product buildup, or what it is. I would use shampoo and I wasn't getting that commercial lather. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. One day I'm just like, let me double shampoo. So I did 1 round and let me do the 2nd round. And that's where that lather comes in. And guys, do not be scared of shampoo. I used to be very scared of shampoo. I used to hate the feeling of how my hair felt after shampoo, which is kind of like that dry, rubbery feeling. Yes, it's not the best feeling, but it's necessary. I learned that the whole shampoo and conditioning process is truly how you hydrate your hair. I'm not a scientist, but like very loosely, the shampoo is formulated at a certain pH that lifts your hair cuticle. The water gets in the hair, and then the conditioner is formulated at a certain pH to like seal everything in. And that's why when you put conditioner in, that's when you feel that really soft, really smooth feeling. That process is the hydration process. That's how your hair truly gets hydrated. Like hydra, water, hydro, you know, like it's the water. So we can't be scared of the shampoo. I would use a dime size amount of shampoo because I was so scared, but girl, the hair was not getting washed. And when you don't wash the hair, the product builds up on top. The water can't get in under the product and under the oils. So you're left with just chronically dehydrated hair. And that is what happened to me a couple years ago. No matter what I would do, no matter what products I would use, my hair would just be dry. The curls were not curling like this, I'll tell you that. So in case you haven't heard of that, try it. Honestly, give it a good couple of months and I really think you're gonna see some big differences. All right, now next tip, make sure your vitamin D levels and your iron levels are good. So if you need to go to a doctor and get that tested, you should do that. Your hair falling out or thinning or not growing, there is a connection between that and low iron, as well as vitamin D. Vitamin D is closely related to hair loss. You have to make sure your vitamin D levels are good. And if you live anywhere that has winter, for example, myself in Canada, you likely have a vitamin D deficiency and you don't know. It's just such a common thing because we don't get as much sun exposure. I just take any vitamin D that I find at the pharmacy, usually whatever's on sale, or a multivitamin. There's also vitamin D in your multivitamins. But be sure to talk to your doctor or any healthcare professional to make sure you're following what's appropriate for your body. All right, now last tip. I really like to try to avoid product buildup, kind of tying in with healthy scalp. I don't like products that are gonna weigh my hair down. I just like to keep my hair routine simple. So I generally use one product. Usually I use just a gel, specifically an aloe vera based gel, but any botanical gel I find gives the best results. It just kind of depends on the style and how I want my hair to look that week. But I'm telling you guys, I washed my hair yesterday. So this is day 1 curls. I used one gel, diffused my hair to set it with heat, and these were the results. I just like style it this morning, picked out the roots, separated some of the curls to get more volume. But this is from one gel, and then on top of that, it's gonna last me 4 days because the gel has a cast and creates long-lasting curls. So keep it simple, guys. The gel I used is Uncle Funky's daughter's gel. I'm gonna put a picture up, and I also love, if you're Canadian, actually I think you can also get this if you're in the States, but my absolutely favorite gel of all time is Earthtones Naturals. This is a Black woman Canadian owned brand, so I love supporting, but that gel I've been using since 2021 and it is so good. So those are my 2 favorite gels. They both give amazing results. Like, the proof is in the pudding. And that's it for this video. I just wanted to do a really short and sweet video of how I've grown my hair the past few years. I'm on a little glow up journey. I'm always thinking about how I can improve any part of my life. I feel like I've, figured it out for the most part. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. And I'm just gonna be sharing everything that I learn. I'm passing on the knowledge. That is the point of my channel, is to pass on everything I learned, document things that I learned, and share that with as many people as possible. That is my overarching theme of my channel, of why I like to post content. If you wanna follow along, learn what I've been learning, I feel like even with my skin, my hair, my body, my physique, everything. So if that's anything you're interested in, I've been doing a 75-day soft challenge. I'm gonna link that video here. Check it out and subscribe to the channel, like this video so that you don't miss out on any other videos. I hope this helped someone. Let me know in the comments, maybe some of your tips. What have you been doing where you've seen some really good progress in your hair length? Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.